All right, what's up everybody? It is spring. Welcome to spring.
It's beautiful.
We did it. What a weird winter, but we made it. I get a lot of questions this time of year. What's the first step I do in the lawn? Fertilizer to use, pre-emergent, post-emergent, weed and feed. Let's get into it. We'll see if that one survives. We're babysitting for somebody, and ducks, wild. I'm a chicken guy. I love chickens. We used to have chickens at our old house, but the ducks thing, man, they stink. They are stinky.
Quack, quack, quack.
All right, hopefully you guys had a great, weird winter, just like me. Grass is starting to come alive. Soil temperatures are coming up here in the Pacific Northwest. So first step I do every year that I think everyone should do is a soil test. A soil test is going to give you results of what you are low or high in your soil. That will determine what fertilizer you use. So for here, Washington, we actually have a phosphorus ban, so we can't even get fertilizer with phosphorus. Also, you can see my nitrogen is low. It's got washed out. That's very common in all lawns. It'll get washed out through the winter, so nitrogen is always something that you need to add. And then potassium is also, it's borderline, a little bit low, so that's another thing that you need to add. If you don't do a soil test, then you don't know what you need. So that's why I always tell people, it's a cheap little tool that it's like 30 bucks online. My soil has it. I used Anderson this year. Anderson's was great. I'm gonna keep using Anderson's. But a soil test, cheap thing to do. That way you can base your results off the fertilizer that you buy. It's gonna save you money in the long run. It's going to help your soil, help your lawn, and it's gonna give you the best results you can get. The second thing that I do every spring when it starts to come alive, you can either rake out your lawn where the dead grass is, it's been laid over, snow has been compacting it, it needs to breathe, it needs some oxygen. So you can either rake it out, or this year I did a pretty good job of mowing really low right before winter, and it actually came alive really well this year. Last year was horrible, stone mold everywhere, but this year was great, and it came alive really, really fast. I just had to rake out a little areas, and I also got a new power rake and scarifier. I'm testing that thing out. I'm gonna use that a lot this year. So get out there, rake it out, and then of course your first mow. And I had my first mow on here, picks up all the leaves and debris that's just been there left over from the winter, leaves, pine needles, that sort of thing. So you gotta knock out your first mow. Then a big question is, what is the first application you should use? A lot of people just get the yellow bag of Scott's weed and feed, right?
60% of the time, it works every time.
But that is killing the weeds that are already there. What you want is a pre-emergent. Pre-emergent's important because when your soil reaches that 55 degrees, that's when the weed seeds start germinating. So if you have a weed and feed and you throw that down and they haven't germinated yet, your weed and feed might be done killing the weeds on top, but there's still weeds underneath that want to come up. A blanket spray of the pre-emergent is going to prevent all the weeds from coming up, and that's a weed-free lawn. Then you can spot spray afterwards. If you see weeds, you can pull them, and then you can use the weed and feed if you really see a lot of weeds. The pre-emergent to use, I am using Tenacity. I've always used Tenacity, Mesotrione.
Me so horny, me love you long time.
Prodiamine is another one. I haven't quite dabbled in it. I have some, but what I like to, because I use Tenacity is because I'm constantly overseeding. This maple tree right here, around it, it's pretty, the roots are just suck it dry. So I usually seed around that, and then I am gonna do another seeding this spring too. So Tenacity is my choice. 1 teaspoon per gallon per 1,000 square feet. And I've got a new tank sprayer that I don't have to lug the 4-gallon backpack around on. And oh man, this is gonna be a game changer. I love that thing. The first application is your wake up to the lawn. So how do you like to be woken up? If you don't like to be woken up like that, I would recommend doing something low in nitrogen, low in your NPK, something low. I'm gonna use a biostimulant. This is from Southland Organics, the Genesis Germination Soil Conditioner. It's got all the acids and humic acid, the stuff that's going to get your soil going. That's what's gonna help your grass.
You guys ever need fertilizer? I've got a lot of it, close to 80 tons.
I've got a bunch of different fertilizers I'm gonna use this year. I got Anderson's, I've got Southland, Simple On Solutions, that sort of thing. Every other weekend, I'm gonna put something down. And that's what I recommend for everybody. I know time, yes, I spend too much time in the lawn.
You're wasting your time.
If you want the results, you gotta put in the time. Spoon feed is the way to go. That way you don't get a giant boost of green and then it goes down and, oh, my lawn doesn't look that good. So we have to add another thing of fertilizer and then it looks good and then bad. It's gonna look the same all year long. Biostimulants are the way to go to wake up your lawn. So if you have any takeaways from this, I would say do a soil test. I recommend that for everybody. Soil test, pre-emergent, don't just do a weed and feed, do a pre-emergent, and then wake up your grass slowly. Don't hit it with a 16, 16, 16 just because that sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Hit it with something low in nitrogen, throw some biostimulants in there and wake your grass up. It'll just be better overall for your grass. Hope everybody has a good year in the lawn this year. I've got some big plans. I've got a new reel mower that I'm super excited about. Should be getting it in the next week or two, and I'll be posting a lot about that too. The next one, I think I'm gonna be leveling my lawn. I'm gonna go get some nice sand. I'm gonna level my lawn, because since I am getting that new reel mower, I need my lawn to be nice and smooth. That's next time. I will see you there, or I'll see you on another time. Come here. Come here. There, now they can swim. No, they like to swim. They're ducks.